Hello, you guys. Sorry about that. I was going to try to get the other music going, but um, yeah, I couldn't. And then I was chatting with one of my friends there. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. Hey, Sylvie. Hey, Woofy. Hey, Profiling Manipulation. Good to see you. Hey, Peach. Hey, Mark Molina. Hey, Ran. How are you guys today? Hey, Cool Gamer, Living Dead Girl. Amanda, K-Braze. I know Punksy. Yeah, Punksy was in here. Big Boy, Toby. Okay, so this may be a pretty short live. I wanted to talk about some updates as far as this Madeleine McCanns situation. And yeah, I know that not everybody loves to hear the hellos to everyone at the beginning, but it is important to me. I appreciate you guys. I'm not going to stop doing that. So it is what it is. But if you go back to my video from yesterday, I got a comment. It was something about that, about the hellos. So it just made me laugh. It was like all your busy bee doodah. I don't know. It was pretty funny. Go check that out if you get a chance. But hey, Chuck Marie, Judge and Jury, how are you guys? Heather, hey MK, Sandra, Alicia. I know it is wild. And we do have so there are a few things to talk about. I actually reached out to Julia yesterday after the live. And she almost immediately got back with me and told me to reach out to her spokesperson, which is that private investigator who is also a psychic who was doing the live streams with her that we watched. So I did reach out to her. I haven't got a response yet back, but I think they're getting a lot of people reaching out to them because she has an Instagram story, and we'll watch that together in a moment, where she talks about basically all the people trying to get interviews, all the magazines trying to get articles and different things like that. And also her Instagram followers went up 200,000 followers from yesterday when we talked about this, and probably even more now. That was like 3 hours ago that I saw this. Hey, Lynn. So good to see you. Hey, Stephanie Morrison. I will always say hello. Well, good. I'm glad. I appreciate you guys. And I love, I just love the little community we have here. I feel like you guys are my friends. I don't just come here to talk about this stuff. The reason for a live chat is because we get to communicate and have like discussion. And that's like, I think some people need to realize that if you just want the information, you can probably get that way easier. And maybe I should just do short videos, like pre-records of the information. But the live chats are also, a place to have a discussion, to talk about whatever the topic is, right? But I think it looks like her eye has that spot and chin shape alike. I know her eye does have a similar spot. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up. We're going to start today on Twitter because there's an account that I've been following for a while where with Harmony Montgomery's case, we've gotten a good amount of information through this account. Also, Madeleine and Quentin Simon as well. So it's called Legacy on Twitter. And yeah, she does she's a missing person advocate, truth seeker, sleuthing responsibility, true crime. Okay. She has a lot of interesting posts. That's why I want to scroll through her Twitter first. And she also talks about what the McCann family has said. Wow. So this person put, here's the eyes cropped out of the missing photo and placed over her eyes. The eye spacing and brows line up. Well, I mean, she was a little baby then and now a grown woman, but it's still interesting to see. Voices, hey, Cher, good to see you. I got excited. I almost couldn't even say your name when I seen you. Hey, Jenny. Not her. DNA can prove this, though. I kind of don't think it's her either. Now, I have my moments. I'll be honest. Like, there are moments where I'm like, whoa, that's kind of weird. And yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. Do you guys know how long that will take, since her family has agreed to the DNA test? And we will get more into that because she comments on it here when she talks about the family. The eye mark is definitely one of the things that I ask myself. What are the chances? Coincidence? Waiting for the DNA test result either way. If it's not her, this young girl needs help to find out who she is. So remember, Maddie had, and we talked about this yesterday, Julia's mark on her eye is much lighter, but so, a source close to the McCanns says the family are willing to look at all leads. It is important they look at all of the factors. If what she says is true, there is every chance it could be her. It all adds up. So I think that is really interesting that the family is saying that. Now, many people believe that the family actually knows what happened to her. So I just think that's such a fascinating part of this story, that there's a source very close to the family says it all adds up. I'm curious what they must feel. And I guess seeing the mark in her eye, and she does look like the dad in some pictures. I don't know. It's weird. Her chin in one picture freaked me out how it was lined up. I know what you're talking about, Amberly. It does. Hey, Truth Teller. Good to see you. The shape of her face is off. Although she looks a lot like her, I don't believe she is. So crazy. I don't believe it's her. It's like the other guy that claimed to be a missing boy, and it was some creep. Yep, DNA will definitely show. She may be the missing German girl, though. We looked that case up yesterday. I don't think the age lines up, really. Peach, see, I can see some similarities, but sadly, there's been people who lie to or have mental health problems and taken advantage of by news outlets. So I'm hoping to get the DNA results ASAP. Me too. That's why I was wondering how long it will take for that. Because I know, like with a court, I think they say typically like 4 to 6 weeks or something. I think she looks like the dad a lot too. I do. I gotta admit that. So apparently there was a man, if you guys missed it yesterday, there's a man on the Find Madeleine website. And this man very much looks like a man that she knows and recognizes as someone who was not good to her and hurt her in her life and as a child. Okay, so now I'm going to pull up Instagram because I want to go. It's already pulled up, actually. I'm just going to switch over there. Still where I had emailed her. I want to show you this lady that she's working with who did a live about this yesterday and commented on a few things. Hold on. She has her tagged. Her name's like Persian Psychic. I'm really interested in this woman. Now, look, I appreciate that she has somebody there to kind of like stand up for her and say, no, you're not going to take advantage of this young woman. We can very clearly see that she has some mental health issues, regardless of identity. So I think it's good that she has somebody there looking out for her in her best interest. However, I mean, this lady predicted that Madeleine was living with her family or with a new family in Germany. And it's just, I have to wonder, where did that go? I have to wonder like why she's making the choices she's making. Persian medium. This must be when they first made contact. This was 2 days ago. So she comments on her video and says, darling, I always believed she was alive. I'm a psychic detective that predicts she is from Germany. I had many interviews with the UK Daily, Sun Magazine, and other international magazines in 2020 and 2021 that she is alive. I ensure the authorities and family pay attention to you and start the DNA test ASAP. Google Fia Johansson and Madeleine's names, and you will see many articles about what I said. I wish you luck, girl. Don't give up. Be patient as you were for so many years. Hold on. I got to get my earbuds in so that we don't echo. Just a second. And I cannot see the chat right now, just so you guys know. Okay. And this, I'm going to just play like a few seconds of this video so you guys are like, we have the full context of what she was commenting on.
Hi, I want to say something. Many people write to me about this too, and I talked with Madeleine's cousin, but now I'm not sure if he's a real Madeleine cousin. But if he's not, I would try to contact McCanns too. It's not change. It doesn't change anything.
She's talking very low. I don't know if you guys can hear, but she basically is just kind of down and saying she had talked to a cousin, and she's just asking, she wants answers. She doesn't believe, the same thing that we've seen from her first original post. Izzy Pop, I'm glad that you're here. And I saw something, Kay in Maine. Madeleine was old enough to remember she had parents. Does this girl say she remembers? A child can be reprogrammed though. This girl says that she doesn't remember her childhood much at all. Fluffy Muppet, I'm skeptical it's her. No judgment on the young woman. Not knowing your past is haunting. So, Lynn, your comment really interests me because I know that Lynn has followed this case really closely. You've read the book and all of that, right? And Lynn says if it's not Madeleine, it's another girl who was kidnapped or she has mental health problems and is very confused. The interesting thing is her family is not willing to do a DNA test right now. And that's why the Persian medium kind of talks about that some and encourages them to either show proof that she has psychological issues, show proof that there is a familial relationship here, that there's DNA that you guys have. If you have anything that would show proof of that, even, she's basically just saying, okay, then if you disagree, then show the proof. I'm on the same page as you, Peach. Oh, red flags. Interesting. Hey, Jesse. I know. I really wonder how long that will take. I'm hoping they'll expedite it. I would imagine they would, but I don't know. I took a photo of myself at 4 and did a side-by-side with a photo at 18. Try it for yourselves. Similar, yet so many changes happen in a span of 14 years. I don't know. Could possibly be her. Hey, Remy. I know. It is nuts. Hey, Melissa Jade. What's also weird is they supposedly stopped age progression images of Madeleine at age 14. Why? Who knows? Melissa, have you covered this before? You and maybe Brittany and Lynn? Oh, thank you, Punksy. Not this, but like her Madeleine's case, I mean. Vicky, she does have a mark in her eye, but it's faded. It's really faded. It doesn't look the same as what we saw on Madeleine. MJ has, yes. You do, Peach? Well, you're over there anyway. You're in the UK, so I bet you know it way better than a lot of us. I've discussed it before, but not like a deep dive of it. Oh, okay. Interesting. So there's no image of what Madeleine possibly could look like now to compare this woman to her. Jules, I'm not sure. I mean, some claim that it would fade over time. I've heard both sides, and I really don't know. I think we'd have to talk to a professional to know for certain. Okay, so let's go over to this Persian medium. And you see here, these are pinned posts. This post is from 167 weeks ago. This is when she was in Meow and The Sun. This is what it says. Madeleine McCann is living well with a German and will one day accidentally meet her parents. And then this one says, top Madeleine McCann cop reveals chief suspect is mystery. Why is that spelled like that? I don't know. Is a mystery child SO in German prison, not notorious killer Martin Ney. So she's been talking, she's got these pinned at the top, but they're not recent. This was December 4th, 2019. And she writes with it, by the way, I got to read this to y'all real quick. Amazing news. My prediction about Madeleine has been confirmed. In October, Meow Magazine published my interview and prediction that information about Madeleine's investigation has been completely off. Yesterday, The Sun confirmed that my predictions have been correct. Because of my interviews, the investigation is taking a turn so the truth can come out and Madeleine and her family can finally receive peace and closure. Now, I know how people feel about psychics, and especially religious people. And, even if you're not religious, you know that this is, there's a lot of scammers in this field, okay? She was in Forbes for helping law enforcement. Says Fia Johansson never thought her psychic gifts would lead her to aid law enforcement, private investigators, and the DA in solving cold cases. She's been a practicing medium, clinical hypnotherapist, and holistic healer for over 25 years. Her work with countless celebrities, corporations, and individuals has led her to be known as the Persian medium with over 1 million Instagram followers. She now has like 10 million. Close to it. Here again, this is from June of 2020. Madeleine McCann, police psychic, tells how she's tracked down missing girl. She says, my inbox and phone is exploding with messages and texts from you guys. Huge news today about Madeleine's case. A German suspect has been identified. When I was interviewed by these magazines, my intention was to shed light on this case, and I feel so connected to. Now, many of my predictions from those articles are proving to be correct. I will continue to work to bring her back. I am so close, grateful for this positive step, and so happy to see this good news. Now, no wonder she's grabbed onto this. And like I said, she is now the one taking the messages and the phone calls for this young lady. She's basically taking on the PR role or whatever, I know, Vicky, I'm wondering too. It makes you wonder, wouldn't it be crazy? I don't know. I don't even know what to think. She's at the age to be an adult, so why not do it? She is doing a DNA test with them. I don't know. They haven't. So just yesterday, it was confirmed that they agreed to it, and they haven't really told a lot of details yet. So I don't know yet. I hope it's soon, and hopefully they get it like fast. The results fast, but hey, Allie. Lynn says, I have a spot on my eye, the white part though, and it gets darker during the summer because of all the sunlight. That's interesting. So I don't know. So then the next post I think is her. Well, let me go to here's other articles. Madeleine living new life, but feels birth parents' concern for her. I mean, okay. So I think that was the last one. And then here's a recent post of her and her husband. So where she talks about this though, is her stories. You only can see them every 24 hours, so that's why we couldn't see that those were no longer available. She says, good news, we got approval for the DNA test, and she's sharing the video that she was on that girl with, which we could go back to if you guys wanted to or something, but I want to get to her live where she's talking like last night. First, I want to say this, though. It says, important, anyone looking to raise funds for I Am Madeleine McCann is not associated with her or her search for answers and truth. Do not fall for any scams trying to raise money. We are not taking donations. So they're not asking for money. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Danielle. Okay. Did she take it down? Because I think she removed it. Because it was after my live yesterday. I'm very curious because she says there, oh my gosh, I should have recorded that, you guys. She says that, basically, I can't even paraphrase it like she did, but she talks about all the people that are reaching out trying to get interviews. She says this is not how you're going to grow your magazine. You are not going to use this young lady's story to grow your magazine. She needs help, and if you want to help her, the way that you can do that is by telling the truth, showing what's happened. You can talk about the story, relay accurate information, but she's basically like, you're not getting past me. I'm not going to let anyone take advantage of this young lady. Girl refusing GoFundMe or any other monies because people will think she wants to make money on all this. I know, but I'm glad that they're doing that, though. I will be honest. I think that the money always kind of, just think about Lindsay Clancy, that money, the GoFundMe, or even Adventures with Purpose, when all that happened with Jared and the sister started to GoFundMe. It changes the tone. It changes like public perception. I swear it really does. But I hate she took down that video. That really sucks. But let me see. I think that I can find something else. I think that's actually very smart of them. I mean, I'm glad. Like I said, I think that it's a good thing. She needs somebody in her corners. This young lady, she's very naive. You can tell. So I think she needs somebody looking out for her. Why not do all the things before going public? DNA, etc. That's why it's sketch to me. All of this in your face moves without any evidence. I know. I guess, but the way that I would make sense of that in my head is I'm not sure she thought she had the capability to reach maybe the McCanns, and maybe by using social media, she thought that would help her with that. But you'd think the family would want to go down any possible avenue. A DNA test would take 2 days. Why not just get it? What is that? How long it would take, Melissa? Because I was asking that in the beginning. How long would it take for it? Because I know with the courthouse in America, which is probably going to be different, but it's like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. Okay, 1 second. By the way, I do know it's trending on Twitter. There's a lot of people talking about it. Like when I searched earlier, it said there were 400 tweets about it in the last hour. Maybe somebody over there actually has that video. Persian medium. Madeleine. Her name is so tough to spell. Ooh, okay. This person says, anyone watching, I know I spelled her name wrong. Anyone watching Fia Johansson live on Instagram interviewing Julia Fosnia for her own gain. She's worried about her mental health and not to listen to people making her promises. She says Julia only thinks she could be Madeleine and asking her questions. Fia believes Madeleine was taken to 2 countries before ending up in Germany. This is a tweet she did about it in 2020. Fearing repercussions due to the widespread media coverage of the case, one of the gang members, and she shares an Instagram post. The Persian medium isn't helping her mental health either, someone said. I cannot believe she took down that video. I really should have recorded that. I don't know when I'm going to learn, because I just thought, why would she take it down? It's just frustrating. She said the police wouldn't take her seriously or get back to her, so I assumed going on social media would make her voice go further. The video of the medium alone. She's not interviewing her in the video I'm talking about. This was last night. She was alone, like in her car. Here's the latest. When you do a search for Madeleine, here's the latest that comes up. A lot of Spanish-speaking countries, which makes sense, because weren't they in Portugal? Or where were they? Do you think mother of Julia looks like her daughter? Oh. Yeah, she looks a lot like her daughter, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Here's an older picture of her, supposedly. Okay, because we don't know. You know how the internet is. Think about it. Everyone goes to social media these days about everything. Depending on the laboratory, results can take as little as 2 working days to come back from the receipt of samples. Wow. Portugal. Hey, Lindsay. The interview in the Medium Inner House interviewing her. Oh, okay. Yep, I saw that on there too. I think Down the Rabbit Hole News uploaded that actually. She looks like her mom. Yes. Okay, I got to know what the rest of you guys think. This is supposedly Julia's mother. And look at particularly the older photo. Very interesting. See what else we can find here. I wasn't going to make this a long live because I wanted to go live later on a case. But now I'm mad that I lost that video and I want to see. Polish woman claims to be the missing child. Yeah, lots of Spanish-speaking people on Twitter talking about it. So this person says, "Hola, me llamo Sofia." Wow. Fue adopted in, it says something 2006 of May. You cannot read it, but she shows her eye. Her eye's like that as well. She actually looks more like her than the other one. Wow, now this is one. Here we go down a rabbit hole. What in the world? Translate tweet. Okay, let's do that. My name is Sophia. I was adopted in May 2006, and I am nationalized as Spanish. At least that's what I was led to believe my whole life. Just like Madeleine McCann, I have a coloboma on my right eye. I really feel very scared, and I don't know what to believe or who I am. Oh my God, this is giving girls issues. Now that girl could be her. The eye shape won't change unless there's an injury. That girl looks like her. I am nationalized as Spanish. Her eyes are much further apart, like Madeleine's. Which I know that will change. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. What world are we living like? What world are we living in? That seems more accurate. That girl looks more like her than the other one. Holy cow. Stephanie, oh my gosh, that's crazy. This girl does. This is more Maddie to me, but sometimes looks don't say anything. She did disappear in May 2007. That's correct. But, I mean, if you were her, you probably would. I don't know. I don't think that to me, that doesn't mean a lot because I would expect the circumstances of what she was told to be lies anyway, right? And the nose. Oh my gosh. Will the real Madeleine please stand up? Oh my gosh. This is really sad. And it's also, I hope that people are paying attention to this. Her name is Sophie at Sophie Doubts. I wish I spoke Spanish. I would 100%. I mean, I could speak a little Spanglish. My grandfather's actually from Spain. And my whole family, spoke Spanglish, like half Spanish, half English. But Wow. Save her name. I hope she gets a DNA test. Yeah, that's close and less photoshopped. I am gonna save it. I'm actually, maybe I'll try to. I can't speak. I don't know if we'll be able to make sense of what each other's saying. Could we see a pic of the girl claiming to be Maddie? Yes. So hold on just a moment. I'm not going to lose her page yet, so I'm going back to Instagram. She's got so many stories. Urgh. See, even she has a picture of her as a little girl right here. You know, these are her stories. Let's look. And her as a little girl does not look like Maddie. Well, look here in this picture, in this corner, this right top corner. Maybe she doesn't have any. I don't know, but let me just find her picture then. So here she is comparing herself to Madeleine's parents. It's said to be present in 1 in 10,000 people, so it's not incredibly rare. If you can find pictures of their ears and match them up, ears never change shape, just size. Everyone can look different in different photo angles. Yeah, she did tell me that. I hope for her parents they find Madeleine. Yeah, you can. I mean, I could do that. Maybe I should just reach out to her. Let's go back to her profile for a second because I want to click on it and see if she has other photos. She's following 0 and 0 followers. And that is her one and only tweet. She must have seen this story, and it was 14 minutes ago. It's only been seen by 300 people, and we're one of those 300 people. Oh my God. It's crazy, but you know, these young people, they don't know that they probably haven't heard of the case like we have, you know, like someone her age. I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. I'm going to tweet that. Maybe I should message this young lady and try to talk to her. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't, but it's very weird. Okay. For now, we're going to just continue though what we're looking at. That is just so much more convenient. Actually, let me look at just the angle of that, which is like slightly turned. It's not straight up and down. And it looks straight up and down there, which I mean, I'm sure that would change depending on the angle of the photo you're taking. What a cute girl, though. You know, it's really sad. Wonder if she has any pictures of her as a little girl. Okay. That's just so weird. More from Spanish-speaking countries. Let me see what you guys say. Maddie would be 19 years old today. Yep. Still dream of her, etc. Raise that red flag. That is just so weird. Retweet it to the British police, Alex. Okay. I doubt it's her, but the eyes are definitely striking. Yeah, they are. And the distance in between, and I really don't have a good feeling about this. Yeah. There's several Instagrams. Look for the one with more posts. Did we look up how common that scar in the eye is? Someone said in the chat, Remy said that 1 in 10,000. Peach ain't having none of it. Truth teller. That's all right. It's not too common. I still can't get past the parents leaving those kids alone that night. I'm really curious what anyone in the chat who thinks that the parents are to blame for what happened to Madeleine. What do you think they're thinking now? With somebody coming forward, I don't know. It's pretty interesting if you think about it like that. If they did know what happened to her. And that poor girl, she said, I'm so scared. I don't know who this is causing all sorts of issues. It's sad. Mainly Spanish-speaking countries writing about it, all the articles. That's surprising. Madeleine's plot twist is uncanny. A girl claims to be the missing girl and asks her parents for a DNA test. Her bone structure and facial features are not compatible, but also some life story details match, hoping for the best. So it's on the TV in Spain right now. And yeah, no wonder this little young Spanish girl is writing about it on Twitter this morning. Red effing flag. I would love to be more into the DNA test so I can find out. Blame as in they had anything to do with it? No, but leaving them alone, yes. Correct, Quinny. I have to agree with you. No matter what, it's kind of like with Summer's case, right? Like whether they were directly involved or not, negligence plays a role. Portuguese won't prosecute after 15 years. Wow. There are some sketchy things about this case, sadly. The hotel offered nanny services. What? So why would they? It's on the news everywhere in Europe. Oh my gosh almighty. Oh man. Why would they leave them there alone then if they offered nanny services? Like I said, I don't know much about the case. Now I want to. I did find this. So this morning I was trying to look at a little bit about it, right? And I saw that the parents 3 years ago, the parents were like really pissed at Netflix over a documentary. Did any of you guys catch that documentary? She said she remembered one of the guys in a sketch. Correct. Yep. I also partly blame the parents in this case. Would you let a stranger babysit? Before I wouldn't leave my kids alone. I'll tell you that right now. Never, ever, ever. Bentley's 6 years old now, just turned 6. And I literally don't even like him, like in my front yard. If I'm in the kitchen at the window where I can see him, it still makes me nervous. I would never do that, ever. I saw the documentary a while ago. I watched it, but can't remember it. I'm curious about that. And look what Madeleine's mom wrote in her book. I know we kind of talked about that a little yesterday, but I didn't know exactly. Yep, I would have taken turns with my husband or bring the kids out or drink on the patio. Absolutely, 100%. My family knew Madeleine's dad. They weren't close, though. Wow. That's crazy, Peach. Parents are 100% to blame. If they hadn't left them, all would have been well. A reality show. Amanda, Peach and Truth Teller got y'all thinking of all kinds of stuff now. Cadaver and blood dogs alerted in the apartment. Wow. I followed the case at the time. I watched the Netflix doc and all the independent stories. It was nuts. Privileged parents, and they left them kids so they could drink and party into the wee hours. They were very well respected people. I wonder what their other daughters look like. I do too. I know. Now I want to know what was in the book too. But I don't know. It seems like it's something graphic or something bad. I don't know. I think this young woman is struggling with mental health. The Monthly Mosquito. Here's a UK magazine. I'm just going to click on it just to see what we get, because Lynn says everywhere, being covered everywhere in Europe right now. It's been said that a woman who claims she's Madeleine McCann has said she will take a DNA test shortly. Julia Wendell from Poland went viral after creating an Instagram account named I Am Madeleine McCann, saying she started wondering if she was Maddie a few months ago after hearing something from her grandma. The young woman also claims to have a freckle on her leg and a speck in her eye in the same places as Madeleine. She's 21 but believes her age could be wrong. However, German investigators believe that Maddie, who vanished during a family break in Portugal, was killed by a predator, Christian Bruckner. But despite extensive searches and countless police investigations, the child's body has never been discovered. In recent months, people have taken to social media as part of a trend to show their similarities to Maddie. The most recent unsupported claims made on TikTok and Instagram have seen Miss Wendell comparing her images to those of Maddie as proof that they're the same individual. She now alleges that the McCanns have approached her to take a DNA test. Says it will be done soon. Meanwhile, a source close to the McCanns told a newspaper outlet that the family are taking no chances. Okay, this is what we looked at the beginning. They're willing to look at all leads, and that it was essential that they look at all of the factors, and the girl does look similar. Wow, that's a completely different quote from the other one, but very similar. No disputing that. And that if what she says is true, there is every chance it could be her. That all adds up. And the other one, I don't think that they said that they look similar. In a post published, the woman claims to have talked to someone who was alleged to be Madeleine's cousin and who told her she could have a chance to speak to Kate and Jerry to arrange a DNA test. But these claims haven't yet been addressed by Madeleine's family. She had only 200,000 followers, now like 650. This was rude. It says, is she just some Fruit Loop that's opened up some social media instead of attempting to contact the parents discreetly? I don't like that. That's rude. I mean, she's obviously got issues already. She's young, impressionable. Don't like that. Hey, Jennifer. There's documentaries claiming someone killed her. That poor child was failed. I can't stop thinking about that other girl now. It's I don't know. I think before we go, I'm going to let you guys go in a moment, but I think I want us to go look at one more thing. Actually, I have two things in mind, but just a second. Let me check something. I'm totally bummed I didn't get to show you the video, though, from this lady who was discussing some of this in the process and the DNA test and all that kind of stuff. Let's look here. I did a Google search to see what came up. I was going to take you guys over to TikTok because I'm very curious about some of the things coming out there, especially from people in other countries and stuff. But this is UK news. It says, which of Madeleine McCann's relatives have agreed to take a DNA test? Maybe we'll get an answer. More than 15 years have now passed. Oh, pause that. Since the disappearance of Madeleine, there's a 21-year-old who is so confident that she's asked to take a DNA test. Her testimony has gone viral on social media with more than 1 million followers being gained on Instagram. I think I might be Madeleine. I need a DNA test. Also says she wants to speak to authorities. Police investigators in the UK and Poland are trying to ignore me. I will tell my story in publications here. Several media outlets have reported that Julia has said she has been in contact with relatives of the missing girl, and they have agreed to her taking a DNA test. However, it's not been revealed which one. Oh, what clickbait? What clickbait then? You title your article, which one of the relatives are taking the test, and then you're like, we don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but it's a good question. I mean, the nerve. I worry these girls could be in danger over these claims. I could see that. Something to the effect of Maddie's perfect. Oh, wow. It's still on. Okay, I'm going to try to find it and watch it. A man in my area has been missing now for 2 years, too. No answers, and then a body was found in the area that poor mother went missing. Oh, then, yeah. It's ridiculous. But I guess, okay, let's see what else it says in this article, though, just if I don't know, while we're here. That's so sad. So the body was found to be the woman that disappeared, though, right? And not him? They say, is it Madeleine? Who knows? But to be frank, I don't believe she looks anything like her. But who am I to judge? But we do need the truth. Oh, here I am back to something that we're not even on anymore. And I wasn't showing you guys this. I just saw where my screen share was and then just started reading. Okay. All the graphic evidence that she is Madeleine. Facial expressions, come on. The mark on the eye, the similarities with the parents, same or similar position of freckles, a dimple on the cheek, freckle under the eye, and the blonde hair. Okay, what an article. I cannot get over that. Which one of the relatives have agreed? I don't know. If you find out, let us know, I guess. There is a lot of stories out about it, though. If you look here. Where's my StreamYard? Oh, it kicked us off. It is Nicola Bully, unfortunately. Oh, okay. See, so this is when you search it, what comes up now. In the last hour, there's several in the last hour. Woman is 100% convinced from the Irish Daily Mirror. Breaks down in tears. That's so sad. CNN writes about the case in May of 2022. Elle magazine. Glaring issues. Here, let's check out this. I'm curious what it says. I'm gonna have to go watch this documentary and stuff, and we're gonna have to come back to this later. While also, I want to move on to a couple other things in other cases as well. But glaring issues as woman claims she could be Madeleine McCann. Oh, and then before we go, I do want to talk to you about something just slightly with Idaho 4 as well today. Before we go in this live. A young woman's claim that she is missing British girl Madeleine McCann has been undermined by two major issues. Julia from Poland went viral over the weekend after launching an Instagram account, which she has used to share evidence that she's the missing girl. She has since shared a string of photographs that she claims prove her likeness to Madeleine and her parents, Kate and Jerry. Madeleine from, I can't say, from a town in the UK went missing in her bed in Portugal on May 3rd, 2007. She was 3 years old. Despite some similarities between the pair, there are two issues with Julia's claim. Firstly, neither London's Metropolitan Police, which still has an open investigation, Operation Grange, into Madeleine's disappearance, or the Find Madeleine campaign have issued a statement on Julia's claims. A Met Police spokesman told News.com that they had nothing specific to say on the new claim, but said the investigation into her disappearance continued. This website contacted the Find Madeleine campaign ran by Kate and Jerry for comment. Previous updates on the case have been shared by the Met and the McCanns, potentially suggesting that Julia's claim is not being treated as a serious possibility. The last major update came in June when police in Britain and Germany launched a new appeal for witnesses after they released this new suspect, the Christian B, as he was first called, and then now they give his last name. German prosecutors last year charged Bruckner with 3 counts of aggravated RAPE. I'm going to spell that out. Yesterday I did get flagged, and I try not to censor too much, but also I don't want to get flagged if we can avoid it. So just for that word. 2 counts of sexual abuse of children between 2000 and 2017, but none of the alleged offenses are in relation to Madeleine. The McCanns issued a statement at the time, too, saying they welcomed the renewed appeal for information. 2 weeks later, they issued a further statement denying false media reports that there was evidence suggesting Madeleine had died. If there are important developments that can be made public, they will be issued through official police channels, the family added at the time. The second issue with Julia's claim has been pointed out by commenters online who say she does not look like Madeleine. So the most powerful image is the eye, but if that's all we're counting on, the other young lady looks even more like her. So, I mean, to me, that is the resort in Portugal where she went missing. Now, wasn't there reports that like somebody, and I think that this may have been mentioned yesterday, but I've heard this before, that there was a man seen carrying like a sleeping girl in pajamas or something like that, walking away from the resort. Mary, I'm here now. Hey, Angie. Hey, Benjamin. They have photos comparing the girl to Madeleine's sister. I asked earlier, but don't think it was seen. What did the grandmother say that made her think? Well, that didn't say, but like when you go here, I'm going to click back over to her Instagram. This I actually want to see because this morning it had only 650 and I didn't pay attention just now when we looked, but that article says it has 1 million. So I wanted to go anyways. And I will read to you exactly what she said. I don't recall seeing anything about that. I remember saying that she saw the man on the website and that her grandma made her think, like her grandma said she would not do a DNA test. And there were some things like that that were alarming. But let me see if I can find anything else. $699,000 followers. Okay. Reasons. These are the reasons why. Hold on. I think she has it typed out here, or it may be in a different one, but I think it's on this one. I think I can be Madeleine because I was a victim of German child SA, Peter Ney, who looks similar to picture number 4B from website Find Madeleine. I have a mark on the same eye, but my mark is faded. I talked with a doctor and he told me that it could be operated, and I will go again to doctor to check it. Not sure what she means there. I have similar shape of face, ears, lips. I had the gap between the teeth. I confronted with my abuser 2 weeks ago, and I told him that I know that person who was suspected in Maddie's case is his son. I said about Martin Ney. My abuser has the same surname, and he is German. I told him that he was involved in the abduction of children. She said her dad told her that. And she says that in her video too. Then she says, I told him that I know he can hurt me more than I can remind me. His reaction was very suspicious. He was very nervous and stressed, and he asked me who I am. And how can I know that? And at the end, he hit me in my face. I have some more reasons. Yesterday, okay, many people have given me this question. Why can't you make DNA tests with your current family? And the answer is they don't agree. Even yesterday, I talked with my grandmother from my dad, and she said many terrible things about me, but she said too that they are not going to make DNA tests to compare with my DNA. Rena and Wolfie, y'all are funny. I'll rewatch with you. Original report about the guy carrying a child. We don't know me, but I don't think so. Not yet. I was like the one update that I had, they deleted, so I don't know. And maybe we won't know until it's done. I am a Madeleine Amanda. All right, you guys. Well, I think that for there we will wrap it up for now, and I'll see what else I can find or gather on this. I'm also going to keep a watch on that other account and see, if anything comes out about that. I just can't get over that other young lady. I mean, who knows? I don't have a time yet, Melissa. I probably was just going to look and see like what other, oh yes, I wanted to talk about Idaho for a second. And so I'm glad that reminded me what other people are when they're live and try to find a space where I can. But a new case, I wanted to do something different that I hadn't seen. So there was a couple I was looking at on Crime Online. I haven't made up my mind 100%, but something true crime and something new that isn't all over. Now, Idaho, you guys. So apparently there's this guy who came out with a video claiming that he knows Dylan, and he made some very big claims. He said that he works for the defense off the record, so he's not included in the gag order. I mean, and then he gave a bunch of insane BS claims. And I'm really shocked to see some pretty big channels peddling that as if it could even possibly be true. It's really frustrating because that's the problem with this community. Just because it's shocking, oh my gosh, you're going to be shocked when you find out Dylan was attacked and her kidneys are failing and she was hit. Like, that's literally the story, and it's just complete BS. And I don't know, I'm disappointed in the creators that sat there and used that just to So keep your eyes out on that. I don't believe any of that stuff. I don't think there's going to be any significant updates until, what is it about? I haven't heard it yet. Oh, hold on a sec. Let me see it. I'll send you the video. I shared it on my community page. I took it down because I'll tell you guys, it was Harsh Reality. He does a video. JLR actually did a video this morning, and he's showing this guy's channel. At least JLR's like, this guy's full of crap. I wouldn't believe this. But then the channel Harsh Reality makes a video perpetuating it as if it's true. It's a pretty short video, but it's just, it's ridiculous. You get a red flag. You get a red flag. Peach. Oh, thank you, Pamela. If this was true, Banfield will be all over it. I won't be surprised if she covers it. Let's give her about a week. You never know. It may come out over there. Here in a week, we'll see. Was Dylan attacked on News Nation? Dylan is possibly having issues with her kidneys now because of the blunt force trauma from an attack. Oh, the guy also claimed Dylan was trans. And it's just perpetuating rumors. And yeah, would it matter if she, exactly. And just, I don't understand the point of that. I don't know. I also think that it doesn't matter if she's trans. at all. And besides that, it's like offensive to her for anybody to be judging her that closely anyways and looking at her life like that and being like, I don't know, I just don't like that. That guy's face needs to be a painted red flag. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know, but it's been a huge storyline about her possibly being trans. Even if she was, who cares? She's a beautiful kid living her life and is already going through some pretty traumatic shit. So I don't think that any adults who are like over 30, anybody should be attacking her, but especially like grown ass adults. I mean, sitting there talking about her sexuality, I don't know. It's gross. She's as bad as 4chan sometimes. Of just sensationalizes things to get clicks and money. Well, that's what I said in my post. I did take it down, but I thought, you know what? Is it like grow your channel at all costs? Like, who cares? Like, let's just, you know what? People will watch because the title's shocking. Who cares if it's true? Who cares if it's accurate? Who cares if we're affecting real people in a real case? You know? Who cares? How does someone being trans have anything to do with the murder case? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with people pointing out that she had an Adam's apple. Okay. That doesn't mean anything. My sister had an Adam's apple. My sister is beautiful and was 100% born female, and still had an Adam's apple. It doesn't matter if people are just. The comments on that boy's video are horrible. Creators know that and will capitalize off of it. Well, the thing is that there are impressionable people that are newer to true crime who don't really know and take all this stuff as truth. Yeah, a lot doesn't add up. The guy's trying to say that everyone in the house are bisexual. They need. Oh my God! Like, why? It's just protruding for males mostly. Yep, she's already suffering quite a lot. So yeah. If I'm not mistaken, Dylan had just transferred to the area, and that's why her boyfriend is in Washington. She was a newbie, and being the new girl in the home was why she didn't dial 911. Speculation. Yeah, that might be innocent. And the problem is, Lorraine, we just don't know. We don't have ever, when we're first covering these cases as they break, we never have the information police have. We really have, like, even me, I truly believe that hoodie guy was involved. And I thought Jack D was involved. Like, we're sitting here crucifying kids that literally are not involved. So I don't know. It just makes me think that we need to be a little more careful. The gag order is making things much worse. It's like them saying Nicola was an alcoholic. Yeah, like, so what if she's missing? Oh, so yeah, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Wait, these creators when that blew up. I'm new to true crime, and it's so difficult knowing what to believe sometimes. I told Brittany at this point, I trust you, her, and Val. I'm so sorry, Melissa. That makes me so mad. And I'm glad that you trust me. Thank you. And, but also, God, it's just BS because these people, can earn a little more money by causing a lot of damage. It's just, all right. So anyways, sadly, we're turning into a who cares world. Well, I'm going to go jump in the shower and get ready and get going with my day and stuff. And thank you guys for being here to hang out with me and talk about this. I'm sorry that she deleted that damn video. That's really annoying. But at least the fact that we found that other girl too is pretty cool. At least we found some interesting stuff, had some good conversation. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the mods as well. I appreciate everybody. Thank you all. All right, I love you guys, and I'll hopefully see you guys later today. But yeah, I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.